car looks so sick. The face of it is just beautiful, bro. Look at that side profile. Insane. Look at that. I just love the GT3 RS logo right there. So good. So we're gonna go on a drive and we're gonna have a talk. You're gonna listen and you're gonna learn a thing or two today. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a car talk, essentially. I just got the GT3 RS and I'm probably gonna post a video like kind of showing you guys around this car. Guys, this car is sick. It's beautiful, it's amazing to drive, it's so much fun. And the only kind of bad thing, if you want to call it bad, it's the carbon fiber seats. They're rough. You guys know Ankh over here is getting a little bit old, so it's a little rough for me, but other than that, it's a beautiful car. I love driving it. The engine, the sound that it makes, it's just amazing. And I'm only telling you that before, not to like show off. And a lot of times, like, I tend to not want to post too much these materialistic stuff because of one or two reasons. One, I don't want you guys to think that, hey, I'm gonna start trading, I can buy all these things. What you're seeing here is 12 years of hard work, 12 years of passion, 12 years of dedicating my life to a singular craft. Did not try to drop ship, did not switch up on trading when it wasn't working out, did not give up on the first adversity that I had. And guys, 95% of you guys watching this and 95% of your competition will give up on their first roadblock. That's an actual statistic. Everybody gives up because it's the easy thing to do. As humans, we want the easy things in life. They're right there. We can just, hey, it's not working out, I can quit. It takes a really, really tough individual to stick around. And that's what we're talking about here today. We're talking about like how hard and how difficult the road path can be, but how great the reward can be. As I drive around, I don't see anybody with GT3 RS. I don't see anybody driving a Ferrari F8. I don't see anybody dropping off their son in my age. Guys, I go to my son's school and it's very, very hard. I see the dads picking up the son, dropping him off. Why? Because they're working 9 to 5 and I respect it. They're working hard. But I didn't want that to be me. I get to be with my son all the time, which I think is a lot more important than the materialistic things. Now, it's really cool. I get to pick him up in really sick cars. Unfortunately, he cannot be in the GT3 RS because he cannot. So unfortunately, he cannot ride in this car with me, but hey, you know, he'll get there eventually. What I talk about is all the guys, all the people that are here watching this, more than likely, they're trying to achieve a dream, but they haven't got to that dream just yet. Some of you guys might be profitable, might make you money, really, really happy for you, but you need to understand that the grind never stops, right? I have been grinding for my goals since essentially I was 17. At 17, as most of you guys know, I left high school, I graduated high school, but I did not go to college. I went straight into the military, which is a really, really tough thing to do. I never been away from my house. I never been on my own. I had a BS job during high school, but it was a really, really tough thing to do. But what it taught me that hard things are well worth the wait. That's what you have to understand. We get so impatient, especially now with the prop firms, right? Some guy buys a prop firm account. It's like, I want to pass it the first day, get a payout in 2 weeks. Guess what? More than likely, even with the right guidance, you will lose that account before you ever make any profits, which sucks, but it is part of the learning experience that you have to go through before actually becoming profitable. And I'm telling you, as somebody that I have to lose a lot more than just a prop firm account. I had to start with real money. So imagine losing $200 on a prop firm account. It's a lot, sucks a lot more to lose, a few thousands every time you have to refill the real life funds account, which I had to go through. I was working 2 weeks at my security job, Army as well, putting it into my account to trade options, lose that, maybe make a little bit, but then continue the cycle. And unfortunately, I didn't have the proper guidance. I didn't know where to turn to. The trading community was a lot smaller. There's not as much education out there. It was a lot more difficult. So if I gone through that and I'm here today showing you guys what is possible, and this is the only reason I show you guys the cars, the lifestyle, is to show you guys what is possible to keep you motivated, because I know it's really, really hard to stay motivated if you don't see what is possible, right? And that's why the way I try to show you guys this is not in a way that's like, hey, I'm here flexing, look what I can buy, but it's more, look what you can do. Because yes, you guys seen me win. You guys love to see me win, and I appreciate everybody that feels that way.
But I don't care about seeing me winning because I've been winning for a long time. It's you guys' turn. You have to understand, it's your turn to win. It's your turn to take it to the next level. It's your turn to change your family's legacy. But only accept this, accept that being your destiny if you're okay with putting in the work, the grind, the effort, sweat, the tears, the late nights, losing accounts, losing profit firms, losing challenges. Only be okay with your destiny if you're willing to deal with what it comes with. Guys, in life you can't just have it easy. You can't just you can win. You're gonna have it easy. You're not gonna struggle. You can't do that. If you want something hard, you're gonna have to struggle. If you don't want to struggle, you're gonna get something easy, and something easy is not gonna be worthwhile. It's not gonna be your dream life. That's it. Now you can choose now. You can be like, hey, which one do you want? That's up to you, right? Everybody tends to go to the easy route because guess what? It's simply easier. So that's the route they go towards. Me personally, I don't know what it was, and I'll be honest with you guys, I thought I was gonna achieve big things at a young age. And I'm not here telling you now in hindsight. When I was in high school, I used to always like lay in my bed or think late night, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna achieve big things. And I truly, truly believed that. Now, I had no clue what I was gonna do, no idea. I tried some different businesses like drop shipping when I was 17, 16, right? I joined the army, so when I joined the army, I'm like, man, I really don't know where I'm going with this. Like, I genuinely had no idea. I didn't plan to stay in the army for 20 years and retire, make it a career, but I thought that in some way it will help me, which I think it did, by giving me the hard work, give me some initial money to start trading and those sort of things. But you gotta believe in yourself, and I'll tell you this, you're gonna be successful a lot sooner in your mind before you're gonna be successful actually when it comes down to seeing the results. Because the results come from just the hard work, the years of boredom, of grinding. And then you'll feel all of a sudden like it's an overnight success. Now, I've been successful for quite a few years, but now it feels like I was just always successful when it was not the case. But it's hard to remember a life where I was not successful. And that's why they call it like an overnight success, even when it's not, because your life then just becomes, hey, that's my new normal, that's what I'm used to, once you actually achieve it. And this is perfect example to also talk about trading, because with trading, you are profitable a lot sooner than you might actually see the results. And I see that in a lot of my students. All my students have really good technical analysis, really good ideas, solid execution, but where are they struggling? Their mindset. And I get it. That's the toughest challenge. Because when you study technicals, you can learn it from somebody. When you study how to read the charts, you learn it from somebody. But when it comes down to actually the technicals of it, the mentality of it, you have to defeat the hardest boss of them all, which is yourself. Now, some people have a stronger mindset naturally than other people, and I was very blessed to feel that way. I deal with stress at a really high level. I can handle a ton of stress, a ton of adversity without really losing my mind that much. Not that I don't sometimes, not that I don't feel those things, but I can keep myself at a certain emotional coolness that most people, I think, struggle with. So your job, if you're the type of guy that struggles with, hey, I cannot keep my cool, I cannot keep my risk management, I know where the charts are gonna go, but when I actually enter, everything goes off the rails. What you need to do is read more mindset books, watch more mindset videos, do certain things to help you, right? Do exercises to give yourself positive affirmations. Do that before every trade, while you're in a trade, write them down next to you. The more things you can do to eliminate that, the easier it will become. Now, you're never gonna fully eliminate it. And this is what's important. You're never gonna become, quote unquote, a robot, but what you can do is learn to live with your mindset, learn how to master yourself. Now, I will tell you this, there's a lot of people out there that I see online, you guys, students, TikTok live streams. There are a lot of people that do blame their mindset when their strategy is not good. And that's gonna be an issue that some of you guys have. If your strategy is not good, if you can have the best mindset, it's not gonna matter. Because your strategy is the foundation of everything. Your strategy is the foundation of profitability. It's your edge over the market. If you don't have the proper strategy, like, what's the point of everything else? Let me give you a quick example, which I've spoken about before. If you get into an MMA fight with a guy that's trained for 5 years, but he's got the worst mindset, this guy his life is in shambles, he's depressed, you come in all happy, yeah, I have this great mindset, I do the law of attraction, the law of affirmations, he's kicking your ass, all right? And that's for you guys that don't have a proper strategy, right? And if you do want to learn the proper strategy, learn from my YouTube video. If you can work with me one-on-one, the link is in the bio, you guys know the deal. Once you do have an edge, and it's really not as hard as you may think to gain an edge in the markets if you're learning from the right people, learning the right stuff, back testing, keeping data. Then you get into all the mindset stuff, which tends to take a lot longer, because a lot of times we have to heal traumas and emotions that we sometimes didn't even know we had. You can keep it under the rug, because when you go to your job, you don't have to, you're told exactly what to do. You don't really have to think much. You don't have to depend on yourself. But trading is the complete opposite. You don't have a teacher telling you, hey, do your homework, do your trade exactly like this. You don't have people that are watching over you. It's you versus yourself. There's nobody else. There's no accountability. There's nothing. This is why it's really great to have a mentor that keeps you accountable, because it gives you that level, right? And we perform a lot better if we know other people are watching versus if it's just for ourselves. Because in ourselves, we don't respect ourselves enough to trade the correct way, not blow up, not tilt. We really don't, guys. And it's really hard to admit. But we respect a lot more. Somebody else is watching, or somebody else, some other people are gonna look at your trades, watch your trades, you're gonna care a lot more. And it's normal. We as people care more about others than we do ourselves. That's why it's kind of a beautiful thing, especially when you're thinking about a family, people that are selfless, not selfish, only thinking about themselves. Quick little sidetrack. I don't know if you guys can hear very well because the DJI is right here, but I would like to put an exhaust and maybe a tune on the GT3 RS. Let me know in the comments which ones I should do. Let me know what you guys would do. But the handling of this car is completely insane. I love you guys are car guys. I was never a Porsche guy myself, but now that I have a Porsche, I understand the hype. Before I was like, I never understood. I'm like, what the hell is the hype with Porsche? Now I get it. It's kind of like when you learn a new strategy, like I don't get the hype, like the golden pocket. People are like, oh, I don't get the hype of the golden pocket. Antonio's always glazing it. People are always glazing golden pocket. Then you start trading, you start seeing every day. You're like, now I understand the hype. That's exactly my experience right now with the Porsche. And it's kind of like sunset getting, so a little bit of glare into my eyes, but we're chilling, we're driving, not too much traffic. And one of the things I like to do also when we gotta think about your emotions when it comes down to like a roller coaster. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. When you're trading though, when you're actually trading on the charts, you need to find a way to stay at the same level, whether it's a win or a loss. Because a lot of people get hyped. You're like, oh my God, I'm so hyped, I just ripped it right there. I just ripped the car. So I had to guys listen because we had a little bit of space. A lot of you guys are like, hey, I want to trade, you're on over the moon, I got my payout, I'm excited, I'm jumping up. And I ask you this, why are you so excited you want to trade? Why are you so excited you passed an account? Why are you so excited you got funded? If the reasons you took those trades is because you thought you were gonna win. Hey, this is the right setup that I can risk my hard-earned money on, right? Like if that's the right setup that you're taking, why are you happy you won? And then, like I'm telling you, I just want to celebrate. I get that, but like your expectation should have been that you won. The truth is, if you're extremely happy when you win, is that more than likely you didn't think you were gonna win, right? And then when you lose, if you get so upset when you lose, you were not okay. You were not accepting of the potential consequences if that trade went against you, which means you took a trade you were not supposed to take. And that's when you need to punish yourself, and that's when you really need to build a robust system that you're only sticking to trades that when they fail, you're not upset because you were like, hey, that was a good trade, I'm happy with that. And when you win, you don't get extremely happy because you thought you were confident in that trade, you were confident in that win. Now, all the things I'm telling you guys are things you should be taking notes of, writing them down, putting them in your plan, and applying them. Don't just watch my video, other people's videos. Yeah, that sounds great. You get hyped up for the 10 minutes and you totally forget about it. It's like when people go to the gym, right? You'll watch a David Goggins motivational video. You go to the gym once or twice and then you stop going. Or you go, the first, the new year, that's the best one. When people do New Year's resolutions, they go for a day and they stop going to the gym. Don't be that guy. Be somebody that it does not depend on motivation, does not depend on a video to get him excited, get him fired up, right? Be the guy that, hey, I'm here because I'm disciplined. And I'll tell you guys this, do you guys think I enjoy doing the things that I do every single day? Like trading, I enjoy it to a degree, but it is not like something that is easy. It's not something that's like, hey, I wish I didn't have to trade. Or do you think I enjoy going to the gym every single day? No, but what do I do? Every single day, I still do it. It does not matter what. The reason being, because I am more disciplined than I am motivated. And that's when you really, really step up your, that's when you really step up as a person in general, just like with everything in life. When you start becoming disciplined over motivated, you become less dopamine addicted and more oriented towards the whole journey. Especially in this, where we live now, right? TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Even this video will be probably 25 minutes plus. Very, very small amount of people can watch this whole video. Unfortunately, because they're so addicted to dopamine hit, it's hard to sit down and actually listen to proper things. But the people that can put away that dopamine and understand it's like, I'm doing things, it's the right thing, no matter what I'm happy or sad, I have to follow my process, I have to fulfill my destiny. Those are the people who are going to achieve it. I lived in California, guys. I was waking up at 6 a.m. for no reason. I did not have to. I could have just simply gone to my job, I could have simply stuck to my college, and then I had to get up at 6 a.m., lose money, learn. Right? It wasn't a fun thing at the time. I loved it because, it was something that I thought I saw myself doing. But when you put away the dopamine, that's when it gets life a lot easier. Right? And a lot of times we're like, yo, I'm trying to get better. Like, I want to learn. And I ask you, what did you do today to get to that goal? Did you? Tell me the things that you did. Hey, I took a trade. Okay, taking a trade realistically, if I'm honest with you guys, it shouldn't be something you're very proud of. Because taking a trade is fun, right? You're excited. You're like, oh my God, I saw the P&L move up and down. The boring thing is like, did you actually journal that trade? And when you journal, I'm not talking about, oh yeah, I journal it, I put it into my TradeZilla, I put it in my Excel sheet, and that's it, I forgot about it. No, did you genuinely actually analyze that trade? Did the boring thing, which is like looked back and by a really long annotation on that trade, on why you took it, why it went well, why it didn't go well, if you made money, if you lost money. That's when journaling becomes actually powerful. Journaling is not powerful if you're like, oh, I put it in my TradeZilla and I just looked at the stat and that was it. Like I make my mentorship students send me their journal every day, their trade recaps for the day, and they'll put, oh, I enter off a rally gap. That's lazy. And day trading is a really, really tough thing to master because you're one, risking your money, it's emotional and draining, and two, you're dealing with really smart people that've been doing it for a long time, they're trying to take your money. That's who you're competing against. If you write a shitty journal that you're not actually learning anything from, it's not gonna get you anywhere. I mean, ask yourself that, right? And my last point for today's talk is going to be the law of attraction. I've mentioned a little bit before how I believed I was going to get to big places in my life before I even did anything. I was a high school student. I wrote down, I don't have it anymore, I wish I really did, but I had on my notepad that I would buy a 458 Ferrari Spider at the time, which I ended up buying, which ended up being the F8, but I kind of pretty much own it. It's an F8 now, not a Spider, the coupe. But at the time, that was like the hot car that I wanted. And I had no business riding that. And the reason I did it is I really believed in myself. Now, understand it's like, the law of attraction, it's not like I sit down there and I think and then I sit at home and do nothing all day. The law of attraction works that you can sit there and imagine your life and manifesting your life. And the universe around you will slowly shape to give you that life. But you need to give the universe the effort. You need to give the universe, then when the opportunity opens itself to you, you open the door, you go through it, and you take that opportunity. So many people like had chances, but they were too scared. So many people had opportunities, but the fear was too powerful. And now they're gonna go on in their life and not realize the dreams they could have achieved. The universe gives everybody opportunity, gives everybody a reason to be successful, but only a few are gonna take that chance. So only a few, once they take that chance, put in the work to fulfill it. So many guys we see in life, trading, whichever, given opportunities, they take it, but they don't capitalize on it. They get lazy. And at no point you can let your guard down. Even when people talk about, hey Antonio, you're a profitable trader, how does it feel? It doesn't feel any better. I still need to put in the work. I cannot let my guard down because trading is a really, really tough business. That just like that, I can lose my edge. Just like that, I can lose trades, go and tilt, blow up my account, lose a ton of months of work over a bad streak. That's why you need to be so disciplined in your life every single day. You need to be the most disciplined person to yourself. Now, with the discipline, when you achieve big things, you give yourself a reward. You can't just be hard on yourself non-stop. You do have to reward yourself. That's why we buy things like this car, right? I enjoy cars, it's fun driving. I get to visualize the reward of the work that I put in. That can be 20 degrees, whether it's a nice dinner, a steak. Do that for yourself. And don't do that only based on a monetary value. Honestly, if you have a red week, but you're like, I went and I looked at the trades, I'm really proud of all these trades that I took. I really think this should have worked out. It was unfortunately part of the statistics. I lost. Don't punish yourself with that because you did the right thing. The right thing is not making dollars. The right thing is taking the proper trades every single day, follow the path, follow your edge, follow the right mindset, and the byproduct of that becomes the money. I had a one-on-one mentorship student recently talked to me, and he was so hyper-focused on the money. All he would talk about, like, when I see $600 in a trade, I kind of just want to take it. When I see like minus 400, I want to double down. And he only talked about the money. And when somebody only talks to me about the money, I know it's an issue because they're only hyper-focused on the money, which I understand. We all are in the beginning, right? Because you get into this business because you want to make money, right? It's as simple as that. But then what I told them was, if you stop hyper-focusing on the money, if you start just focusing on, hey, I just want to take the proper setups, the proper trades, follow my rules, follow my plan, the money just comes to you. And it's honestly easier, guys. It's easier following a plan, it's easier following your rules than chasing the money. Chasing the money is gambling, it's guessing, it's really more stressful. Just don't rush the process, guys. Love the process. If I just give you $10 million, you'll be really happy, right? You're like, oh, I got $10 million. But the satisfaction of making your $10 million, satisfaction of making any type of money after hard work, dedication, and just fulfilling your life with a goal that you gave yourself and you actually see yourself finally there, there's nothing better. And I can tell you guys because I came from nothing. You guys all know I never given my money, my dad never gave me money. If anything, I gave my dad money. I helped my dad, right? I have helped my family. I never had to ask him for anything. It's a really, really great thing. And the fulfillment that I have, other people I feel bad for will not have that. Other people, hey, I was born rich, given everything. You see them struggle with addictions, with identity issues because they don't have a path for themselves. Everything was given to them, and unfortunately, as people, we need to work towards a goal. And you'll notice that your goals, you'll start pushing them. Guys, when I had certain goals that I had 5 years ago, I smoked those goals and I'm 50 goals ahead. I'm like, wow, $50,000 a month would be insane. I'll be happy. I never have to do anything else. Now, $200,000 a month will be almost a failure. And the beautiful thing is that when you're in love with the process, you don't stop at each goal. You realize, hey, I just love doing this. I can just keep going, keep pushing, and I can see where I can get to one day. And it's the beautiful thing about it. Hope a lot of you guys that are listening to what I'm preaching aren't just doing it to kind of that feel good placebo, but actually go out there, apply what I'm telling you, apply what I'm showing you, using some of the materialistic I show you to give you that vision and believe yourself you can be here. Imagine yourself driving here. Imagine me being here. And that's really what I try to do for people. I want to see you guys win. I don't want to just see me win. It's a lot more fulfilling. That's why I coach people. That's why I try to teach people, is because seeing others succeed reminds you when I was starting out, and it's a really, really great feeling. It really is. And if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, if you have kids, you can relate to that a lot more. If you're a single guy that you're kind of on your own, you can relate to that right away. Like just like my dad used to tell me, until you have kids, you can't understand certain things. Now that I'm a little bit older, and enough with the unk jokes, I already know you guys roasted me in the beginning of this video, and I mentioned my back and the seats. You really understand it. And a lot of things when we talk about the parents and stuff, is if I tell you something, a lot of times when I tell you something, you might still not listen to me because you have to go out there, touch the hot stove and burn your finger and go through what I went to, and then you'll understand it. All right, now I'm getting back to my community, guys. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm sure I'll post a clip of maybe the whole car or something like that. And as always, make sure you subscribe, comment, send this to a friend that's struggling with trading, struggling with their mindset. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.